Let me tell you what styling is.
I will do something not nice!
Monty. Fire!
Excusez-moi.
Hey, cut. Hey. Going back to Africa,
Est-ce que vous savez où est un bon restaurant par ici?
Mama sing, mama sign, mama makusa. Flirting with a top model up in Africa. Named Oluchi Anwe Agba. Told her in the bed she could call me Mustafa. I'm a monster, make the pussy go gaga. All them beats by Dre, it be DOA. Pum pum leaves my room in a stretcher. Stretch your legs back like advanced yoga. Switch flows up, niggas think about bipolar. Switch styles up, niggas used to buy polo. Now we tailored, or we hit the venture store. Schweizer on 10 at my solo show.
Hey.
When I'm hitting the stage, I'm in a whole different lane. On a different page, I make beats, spit heat. Wanna do it the same and try hard, die hard. Cause the vision is big. Rap in front of the car type nigga. I'm a rap bar for bar type nigga. You probably rap about red bottoms, huh nigga? And Margellas, oh hell nah nigga. You gon' get this work nigga. Oh hell nah nigga.
I need this playlist.
I know you. So all you niggas rapping about popping the mollies. Fake ass nigga, you ain't popping them probably. Some niggas pop pills like the shit is a hobby. Some niggas pop still while committing a robbery. But I'ma keep it real while committing this homie. Side as I glide on the track cause I'm godly. The chickens is on me, you watching us swarm me. My niggas is like the army, y'all niggas is Barney. Listen to this, you figure the ornaments on Christmas plus Santa's Christmas list. I dismiss pricks who think they can disrupt this as I approach with my clenched up fist. I show you how to flip this shit like pancakes, flapjacks, or biscuits. It's the God, and this is just a breakfast bit. Like I like croissant. What the fuck y'all want?
I know it's been about 2 weeks. You know, I need a little break. You know, took more time than I normally do. I broke up that very long episode. Shout out to Shelby. You know, shout out to India.
In a hot spot looking for my goddess. Shorty walked in long legged like an ostrich. Said corny niggas make her nauseous. Only thing I have you throwing up is your legs in the morning. Me see they got them want it. So you know send me I feel it fuck their garments. Blouse and skirts, let her rough neck work. Gotta shake like she get your Holy Ghost in a church. But first, all respects to the father. See when me I do nobody disrupt the order. Tracks that I slaughter like a sacrifice on the altar. It's a paradise for the daughters and the sons too. I teach crews you could do what you want to. It's on you, envision it and it's there. I'm feeling it in the air. I put it down in the universe and it sure will appear.
White rose me, rose tide chose me. Let me know what I can.
Holla cat, holla back.
If you don't see me, boy, I know you won't see me.
Go back, baby.
Let me know what I'm White rose me, rose tide chose me. Let me know what I can. If you don't see me, boy, I know you won't see me. Let me know what I'm
White bitches. You burnt, bitch.
Hollywood, Los Angeles.
Couple different vibes because I had a couple different vibes this weekend. We gonna talk about it.
My footsteps and ashes. Why do I kill everything I touch? Why do blood run so deep? After so long, why it means so much? Shadows of a song, man, it could've been a rap. Could've wrapped up, should've said I'm never looking back. Took a backpack, packed everything I owned into it. Hopped on the train, threw it on the track. I guess that's what I do, at least what I do best. I beg my pardon, part from you, girl. You the one that I do blessed with this holy water. Holy water, go rollie on, go rollie on. Took a bubble bath with the preacher's daughter. That's holy water. Can you imagine magic in the air, the passion when I'm passing L's and hill smoking, laughing, last lapping, luck, trucks and wagons. Y'all pass the Dutch, I done puff the dragon. Niggas be dragging ass, it don't make shit, and they wonder why it don't make sense. Say it's been a while, they wonder where you been. I've been locked up in that basement. I was 16 with a mixtape, now I'm 19 with a mixtape. Trying to be 21 with $1 million. Like praise the Lord, hallelujah, hallelujah. Would you dance with me in the rain? Would you share your empathy? Kill my pain, paint this picture for me. I'll be by ya, mañana when you need me. I'm gon' call ya, call my baby. Natalia, you the reason. Wonder why my feet don't touch the ground. Wonder why my feet don't touch the ground. I'll be by ya, mañana when you need me. I'm gon' call ya, call me crazy. Ooh, mama, baby, wonder why my feet don't touch the ground. slow while my feet don't touch the ground. Hollywood, Los Angeles. Hollywood, Los Angeles.
Okay, little Mellow X, little Vic Mensa, New York, Chicago. Talking about LA. We talking about Harlem, Brooklyn. Man, it's been a minute, guys. It has been about 2 weeks. So there's a lot happening going on in life. I'm gonna dive into that a little bit, but I will tell you, moving forward on this podcast, and I'm gonna get into the nitty gritty of what it is. We're not gonna be doing too many more 2.5 hour, 3 hour podcasts. At least I'm gonna try my best not to do that. It's not even at the request of y'all, because y'all been, it's about to be year 5 doing this podcast, and y'all been asking for, some of y'all been asking for that. Some of y'all enjoy the banter and the longer episodes, and I see the listens. Like, the longer episodes provide for longer listenership, which is interesting. However, I got some new opportunities my way, man. I got some new opportunities I'm very, very freaking excited about. I've been sitting on it for a while. I don't even know if I'm going to tell you the whole story right now, but I'm really excited. I got some new endeavors going on, and I've been busting my ass trying to get things together. Just really, it's kind of like talking to a new girl. It's like talking to a new girl on the phone. You like, yo, I don't want you nothing stupid. I don't want to, I want to make sure, my jacket is clean and go in there and they, impressed at all times. Don't do too much. Don't do too little. It's very reading people, and I've been doing that for the last couple of weeks, and I got myself a gig, a paying gig at that. In this podcast world that I've been trying to thrive in, and I'm really excited, man. Like I'm a subtle. Let me not say subtle. I am a gradual excitement-er. like it's in here. It's in here. Like, I'm like, it warmed my heart, and I'm just hoping that things go well. And everybody that knows me, they're like, "Yeah, you gonna kill this though. You've been doing this. You want to do this," and it's just one foot in the door. And it's giving myself a look at just myself and just confidence and things like that. Like, I could portray a certain way, but sometimes I'll be down on myself. I'm like, damn, why I'm not there, why I'm not doing this, why I'm not doing that. Your journey's your journey. Your journey is your journey. I think I've said it to myself and other people before. Sometimes I give out really good advice, and I need to start taking some of it myself. But the journey is the journey, man. I'm just really, 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 really happy that I got this opportunity, and I'm waiting for them to give me some more details so I could talk about it more. Maybe I've told a handful of people, family, close friends. I guess it's an up and coming podcast to a degree. It's been around as long as I have been. If you know, you know. I'm not trying to be secretive. I'm just trying to be protective and careful and cautious. They don't take me as the type of people that would like be upset if I say anything or promote it, but I want to get the okay first. So I'm, like I said, like a new girlfriend. Check it out. Hey, let me say the right things, walk on eggshells, whatever, but see how business is done. We all have different ways of dealing with things. But guys, outside of that, well, a lot of that, because I'm busy. I'm busy here. It's busy season. It's freaking Christmas. At least it's almost Christmas. You know what it is. And this is just a PSA. There's no real. I'm not getting buried into topics this episode. It's gonna be a quick hour. Like I said, so the job is editing. The job is audio editing. Which may, if I play my cards right and figure out what they want to do, maybe that will turn into video editing and other things of that nature. Because I think I'm capable of doing that as well. As long as I have the tools to do it, and I think I've been invested, man. So, but speaking of that investment, it's gonna take away some of the time, and I'll probably be editing probably 3 podcasts a week, really, because they do 2, and I do 1. So it's gonna be that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's gonna be a little tight, depending on what my time is. Another thing about time, these 3 a.m., 4 a.m.s, man. Yeah, y'all know I'm a night owl. If y'all been tuning the podcast and y'all know me for real in real life, y'all know I be up. I wake up late, but I be up. And 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm even recording this a little too late. Like I'm trying to get into a groove of just getting better sleeping habits because you gotta be resourceful. You have to be mature. You just need to manage your time well. If you want to be productive and get things done. So I have a lot of things that I want to get done, and this month in particular is just busy. I just came back from Exotica, and I'll talk about that a little bit, and which kind of got me in the mood for this red light special I got going on. It's I'm trying to figure out the way to get it. If you ever saw Tyler the Creator's NPR Tiny Desk and saw those lights that he had, they were very blue and purple, but they were so vivid, and you saw everybody, no matter what color they were, all shades, and I'm like, damn. I know there's like whole teams of just lighting, and I'm like, I really want to know how he did that because I would like to do that because I don't need to be. I have lights. I don't need to be all bright and shining on you the whole time and projector going in your face, and I like the low lights. So I've been trying to figure that out, see how this testing the waters a little bit. However, I forget where I was at. Got to start getting some rest. Oh, so. This month has been busy. Just came back from Exotica, fresh off that. 3 hours 45 minutes, dog. I don't know what happened, and I thought to myself, it's not really in DC. So I mean, Exotica, it takes place in Jersey, DC, Chicago, Miami. I think those are the only ones. Maybe there's something else. I mean, once upon a time, it wasn't AC, but they got rid of that shit. And DC is not really DC. One is cold now. It's Christmas time. It's December. So I was already expecting the crowd not being what it was in Jersey. But it's also another hike, So I'm like, all right, DC is a good 2 hours, 30 minutes from my residence driving down there. And I like that drive. It's one of my favorite drives in the world. And I'm a driver, dog. I've learned that so much in my past couple of years, but that's another story. I'm getting on the road, and I think even a couple of days ago, I'm like, let me just see the exact location to where it is, because outside of that, like outside of DC, it's like maybe 40 minutes outside of DC. So, I'm okay. It said 3 hours from Chandler. All right, cool. But then whatever I looked at it on Friday, I'm assuming it was some traffic, but I don't feel like I hit that much heavy traffic. However, it was 3 hours 40 something minutes, and I was driving, and I be paying attention to my Google Maps. I probably have to because I take the sound off. Like ain't no voice command, nothing, because I need to listen to my freaking music because that's what's life to me. That's what it matters. So ain't no navigation voice going on. I just kind of strictly pay attention to the display, and a couple times it'll be like faster route. I click on the faster route sometimes depending on what the traffic is looking like, and I think the last one I clicked on veered me off of whatever was going to be a potential highway. So as much as I enjoyed this ride, it was this very scenic ride that it became. I didn't realize it was no highway. Like we got back onto whatever highway that was, and I'm like, I fucking been here before. With all this damn other driving, what I thought we was going somewhere else. I was in Delaware, and then I ended up in Pennsylvania. I'm going to DC, so I'm like, that confused the shit out of me. It didn't take any time away from the map, but anyway, I took a really, really long drive through Pennsylvania and like on the outskirts, and but it was beautiful up there. Like it was. I like to see new things, and it was still daylight. I might have lost a little bit at the end, but But anyway, went down there. And what is today? Next week, this is another reason why I'm doing this solo, this episode, because next week, I've been talking, man. I've been getting to people. I've been trying to network. Shout out to Melinda, my dog. Happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. Hovey, December 4th, if you know. She invited me out to a comedy show a couple weeks ago, and that's just my dog, man. Like I know she knows that, I love our friendship and it's great, and we just here and we kick it. But she invited me out, to this comedy show, her and her friends, and it was great. It was cool. It was a good time. Right there in Philly, Punchline, and there was this one gentleman up there. It was a couple good comedians, but there's one gentleman up there that resembled her son, and he was funny. He was cool as shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to him after the show. We talking for a minute, and I'm like, yo, man, I got a show. I never really anticipate the yes or no. I'm just like, shoot my shot. I got a show, podcast, trying to get things up, after freaking Instagram shut me down, trying to get my life back together. And I've been real careful about, my videos. I feel like a pussy. I feel like a big pussy putting all these blurred videos out, but I'm just trying to figure out a way to do this, with all the exotica details. However, yeah, he was like, yeah, I live, I ain't gonna say we live, but I live close. I'm like, oh shit, you like right around the corner. Like, I know exactly where you are. I probably know the development you live in, but I'm like, yeah, come through. He's like, all right, cool. Figure out a date. And I'm skeptical. That's my dad and me, so I never know. But he was like, yo, I'm down. And he hit me back. He's like, yo, I can't do this day, but I can do this day. I'm like, cool. So next week we shall have him, Che Guerrero. I pray I'm saying that right. But Che and Melinda will be here next week, so it'll be the three of us kicking it and having a good time. So yeah, that'll be coming up, and then after that, I will be attending previous guests of this podcast. Very beautiful guests on this podcast. I'll be not pretending. I'll be going to her event, Miss I want to call her Mademoiselle, but I know she changed her name a little bit. This sex exhibit, I'll be going to that. This art exhibit, art expo. I think it's on the 17th. If you haven't got your tickets, go get those if you want to go, because I'll be out there. It's crazy how much you do when it's cold outside, but you get things done. So shout out to Olivia. I will be up there. Olivia Mumsell. That's why I was getting crossed up. Mumsell. So, and then you got Christmas, and I even talk about one particular thing that I may or may not do. I don't know. I'm supposed to take a drive up to Connecticut that I'm not gonna discuss right now. But supposed to take a ride up there. Depending on the time of day, we'll see. Cause like I said, I was driving, coming back. It was super simple. It was like I know exactly where I was at. 2.5 hour, 2 hour, 40-minute drive, cruising, no problem. I'm like, what the fuck it must have been some traffic or a bad accident or something on Friday, but also it was rush hour. So, however, we had a great time. I enjoyed myself down there. Shout out to my dog that came through with me. Yeah, a good company. It's fun to just laugh, and I gotta give that props, because you forget, you may not talk to people all the time, and then sometimes you just kind of, yo, I know you would enjoy this, so like let's roll. But I'm like, damn, I really miss laughing. Like, this is it's nice to have those jokes, and that jokes will take you for like far all the time. You always got something you could call back to, especially you got sharp memory. Wonderful. But we did the Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. Three days free $99, because I'm press, boy. I'm media. And that is the way to do it. That is the freaking way to do it. It's not the most expensive ticket in the world, but to be able to go to an event for free and no hassles and no pat downs, which, I'll be on the fence about sometimes, because some people need to get pat down. Like, if you brought this shit to Philly, all these beautifully scantily clad women in Philly, it got to be somewhere else in PA. Like, it got to be Pottstown or something like that. I don't know, but like, There's some places you can't go to do this. Chicago, I'm surprised, but I mean, I guess Chicago has a big downtown area. I have never been to Chicago. I probably should go. I probably would enjoy myself, to be honest. People think they know you. I remember my cousin saying way back when that I would enjoy going out to San Francisco. I think he just wanted some company, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check it out, And I'm like, yeah, Oakland felt like home to me, but San Francisco, I'm like, It was like a weird New York, like a hustle and bustle, but not really, but bums, and then there's just a lot of tech stuff around, and a lot of hills. Fun time though, but Oakland's where I felt great. However, back to another. However, it was a good time. So let me break it down. Shout out to Exotica, first of all, for letting me be press and letting me be media again. They sent me an email the first time saying, "Hey, you're declined." And I'm like, "What? All right, cool. That's all right. That's weird." And it's like, "Oh shit, our bad. You good?" I'm like, "All right, what's going on?" But nonetheless, I got in there. Shout out to security guard. She was definitely grandma security, but she was enjoying herself, just sitting there. I feel like she was just judging all of us. You nasties, you nasty. That boy right there, nasty. That nasty boy coming in here looking at all these women, the big old bosoms, and yeah. I mean, she was cool though. She was cool, and I just made sure I was saying hi. Hey, you good? You cool? You need, go get some rest. But little banter. You gotta be nice to people. But walked in there. So I've only been to I guess the Jersey ones. I've only been to Jersey a couple times. That is overwhelming to some people. It's a lot of things, a lot of people, and probably because you're bringing people in from Jersey, bringing people in from Philly, bringing people from New York, and all surrounding areas. People drive up. People well, shout out to Diamond Banks. She flew out, coming from L.A. and it's a different world, and it's East Coast is fast paced. I mean, not to say DC isn't, but it's like I said, this wasn't in DC. This isn't a place called Chantilly, at this place called like Dole's Expo Centers or Duels. I don't know how to pronounce it. It wasn't the same, man. I'm gonna just say it like that. It was not the same. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the same. Friday, it was cool. It was calm. It was very, very calm. Like I kept saying, I could twirl around here. Ain't no shoulder to shoulder. You could just walk around, do whatever you gotta do. You can see what you want to see. You ain't got. Girl, I'll be back. I got plenty of time. I could do like whole 3-hour documentaries. Shout out to Tae'ler Made. Shout out to September Rain. Shout out to a new fave, a real new fave, Avery Jane. I had such preconceived notions about her, and it's just terrible. We judge. We walk on this earth judging. And she was just a freaking ball of energy, a beacon, a light. And she was smart, quiet as kept. Like she was really smart. Like I could hear her catching the references and moving right along and getting the jokes and everything. Like she was great. Great energy. She kind of reminded me like of Lark Voorhees a little bit, like a little bit of Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell. But shout out to them ladies. Shout out to everybody that I did interview when I actually was able to step to and talk for a minute, and gave me time the next day. And the third day I was just like, I'm just coming to say hi and bye. I ain't trying to bother y'all. Like I know y'all tired of shit. Y'all look tired when y'all see me. So, I guess a lot, regardless of the amount of people that's there or not. Now, shout out to September Rain especially though, because like we were leaving, and I'm all over the place. There's a reason why I go to some of these events. Not because I'm a pervert, anything like that, whatever, and trying to get my jollies off, nothing like that. Like I'd be soft as shit at these events, but to keep it funky, it kind of like calmed me down. It's a safe space. It's just like I don't even watch porn the way I used to. The more I think about it, like you really don't. It's really come down to time, man. You don't have time. Like I almost force myself to watch it every now and then, just so I could like just be regular, I guess, and with my performance and things like that. Because I'm like I just want to, and low key quiet as kept. It's not. It may not even be fully real, but like I think I don't even know if it's a myth or not. I think once upon a time they said something along the lines that jerking off will prevent colon cancer or maybe not colon cancer, some kind of cancer or something. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it right now. I feel like it has something to do with glands. It's on the tip of my tongue and I cannot figure it out. Prostate. Prostate cancer. I feel like they said something along the lines of like, prevents. I don't know who is they, but so it's kind of like the stuff that your parents and grandparents tell you when you're growing up, and you just believe for the rest of your life, and it's just like, all right, it sounds legit, bust 2 a day, well, no, that's excessive. I used to be that way, probably in high school, but like that's a lot. Sorry, Mom, for being so detailed, but aren't you proud of me? I curse so much. So, September rain. I was walking out. I was like, we'll be back tomorrow. Like it was a really lame day. Like I hate to say lame, but that's kind of like it was cool, but it was like it's not giving the same energy. It's very chill. I think one of the interviews I was about to get with this one girl, I forget her name. I honestly don't even matter because she was like, I was like, hey, we could. I told her like when I got them, like, hey, I would love to interview you for a podcast, blah blah blah, and so yeah, no problem. I'm like, I'm set up, do your thing. I'll come back around later. I'm gonna eat and whatever. Came to her later in the day, and she's like, all right, we can do this. And luckily, my friend was very perceptive. She was like, you tired, girl? Like. It's like, yeah, I've been. So we come back tomorrow. I was like, she's like, yeah, can you just come back tomorrow? I'm like, all right, we'll come back tomorrow. She wasn't even there. Speaking of no shows, though, Nick's Linka, what is up? You was on that. You was one of the only reasons I'm gonna come down here. There's another big reason, but you was the first one. I seen you before. We was cool. We was clicking. You remember my name. We was rocking out, and no show. I don't think I saw anything. I feel like I think I saw something maybe 2 weeks ago saying you was sick. If that is the case, then forgive me for my outburst. But I was like, damn, Nix, what's happening? What's going on with you? Where you at? And the reason I'm upset because I was bringing all of y'all cereal. Not the biggest gesture in the world, but y'all know where it came from. Last episode of this Exotica, I asked people what their favorite cereal was because it was a random question of mine. The only one that I wasn't nervous to ask. And I thought it was cool, man. And shout out to I don't even know. I don't normally shout a lot of. I guess I do shout out some podcasts here and there. And I haven't even listened to this particular person. I think it's like Plug Baby or something like that, and or something Plug and. I'm looking at I'm a voyeur of the land and just checking out everything out and seeing what's going on in the industry. And he was one of the, because there's a lot of other people podcasts out there getting footage. It wasn't just me. I'm not the only guy. There's one guy came up to me. He was nice, but he was very geeky, and he was just like, he's like, so can I hold your microphone? And I'm like, I'm not gonna be a dick. I'm like, yeah, sure, you go. Hold my microphone, my real microphone, guys. Pause. And okay. So all right, so it's just how much is it gonna run you? I'm like, it's like $100. It's like $100. And he's like, oh, okay, all right. So it's like just a name that I'm like, okay, now you're asking a lot of questions. Thought I was real nice, gave you one too. I'm like, nah, I'm lying to you now because I'm like, it's the name, bro. It's not. I know what I got. And shout out to that mic because that mic cuts through everything like a Bushido blade. It's miraculous. The things that are around us that was so loud, you don't hear none of that shit. So, where was I? Yeah, Nick ain't show up. I brought cereal. She said she like Captain Crunch berries. I got that for you. That's the only one I wasn't able to give away because I did see Tae'ler made, and she said she liked that Cocoa Krispies, and I was like, even when I bought them, like, she like Cocoa Puffs or Cocoa Krispies, and I'm like, kept rewinding it, Cocoa Krispies. So I brought that to her. She was very appreciative. September Rain, love Apple Jacks. Got some Apple Jacks. She was very appreciative. September Rain wanted to get the fuck out of there because I saw her on Friday leaving, and this is why I fuck with her because we was walking by. You know when you just walking and you catch somebody's eye and they see you and you like, I don't expect you to come over here. I'm like, they busy. Who am I? So I'm walking, and then like, you know, I pull up over here, stop at Sir Lee's. Shout out to him. He was out there. He was out giving all these women spankings and, you know, meat tenderizers and stuff like that. So we pulled up over there, and then she like looked in my direction. Now this is the funny part. She looked in my direction, and you know, people like, oh my God, I ain't see you in a long time, and they far away. And you don't really know what's behind you, so they could be like talking to the person behind you, like, you know, that's happened. I mean, listen, I've had that sitcom comedy, you know, moment a couple times in my life, like, oh shit, you're not talking to me. But she's like, oh my God, and I'm like, I extended my hands a little bit because I'm like, I don't know if you're talking to me. She's like, so you know, I saw you, know, I wasn't going to just pass you. I'm like, oh, just me, little me. Do your thing, 20 me. So I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, you know, I fuck with you the hard way, man. Yo, I fuck with you for real. Like, I don't just say that. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I even know you saw me see you. You know, I didn't know you saw me seeing you. So she's like, yeah, this is kind of, you know, it's whack right now. Tomorrow it is sold out. Supposed to be lit, litty to titty. It was none of that, as we both found out. And she ain't lie on purpose. Like, you know, I enjoy her heart, whatever. She's like, I'm gonna be there at 3:00. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I got there like 4:30. She was nowhere to be found. She was, her booth was there. I found the booth, but, you know, she took a minute. She's like, yeah, I overslept. And then this is not giving what, like, we finna be out, but I'm giving you your time because I'm like, all right, y'all, salute. You know, it's always love. So her, so a lot of different, you know, people out there. Like I said, Avery Jane. That is another name. I'm really very proud of our interaction. I had to buy something from her because I'm like, your time was really valuable. Like, you turn shit up when you even have to. Held down, talked to me twice. You know, one fully dressed, the other titties were out. She had sensors on the nipples or whatever. Great personality, man. She just listen. So, like I said, the reason why I go to these things is because like it just dulls my sense a little bit. It's kind of calm. It's like, oh, I see how the sausage is made, you know, indirectly. So you know, like I forget that I'm talking to them about these things. So I like just regular conversation. Like, oh, what you do today? That's Tae'ler. Tae'ler made Avery Jane, September Rain, whomever else that I'm gonna get on this podcast, because I will get you on this podcast, sitting across from me on that couch someday. I need that. I just need that. Like being outside, being a correspondent, so to speak, is nice. It's cool. It's fun. I try to write some questions down every now and then and try to like get into nitty gritty. Like ask Tae'ler about her wrestling stuff and wrestling behavior, because that's what she's into. She really want to be a part of WWE. With that flying booty, I could see it. However, it's just different energy when you're here. Alexis Love could attest to it, and she may or may not be here again soon. You know, I can't. You know, don't hold me to nothing. You know, if she pop up, I told you. However, the energy here is just different. The talk is different. I could get more deep in detail. I get freaking close-ups. You know, I don't got a wire dangling in the air, but it was a cool time, and I went for the third day. I didn't really care so much. I was just going there to say hi and bye, and I got flogged. How did I forget that? I got suckered into getting flogged. If y'all know what flogged is, Harley told you when she's on this podcast. Little rubbery whip things, whatever. You know, they just kind of the tassels. You know, the rubber heavy tassels they be, you know, put on your backside basically. So yeah. So shout out to the Empress Jordan and Chanel owns you. Chanel owns you. I gotta double check her name. Sorry if I messed that up. But they are femdom.com. Femdom.com. They were such a cute little I mean I don't know their preferences, but they're a cute couple. Like they just two little things. They might have been 20 something. Like they looked young, but they was into this dominatrix world, and I pulled up, stopped by for a second, and they had like a little. It's funny though. They didn't have his energy. I'm very observant. I've seen them the last 2 days. They had none of his energy the last 2 days. Maybe it was overwhelming. Maybe they were just over it. And today was just the day they had the energy. And that little Wheel of Fortune thing that was you could like spin it, and whatever lands on you get. And then my friend so kindly pointed out that hey, one of those say flogging. I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to land on that. Spin it. I don't land on that. But Chanel says, click, click, flogging. There we go. I'm like, you son of a motherfucker. And my friend's like, I'll pay for it. I'm like, yeah, you will. So, put my knees in the chair. I'm a good sport, man. What can I say? It's not that I'm pretty secure in my masculinity and whatever. Like, it's cool, dog. Like, we having fun. So I put my knees in the chair, bend over, poke it out. And I look at the video, because I'm doing my best to give you a real time reaction with the microphone, and as they're whipping my ass like Kunta. And one of the girls, Chanel, she was like, her arms really into it. I feel like they enjoy a man doing this. Like they don't get to do that often. Or maybe they do. They dominatrix. I don't know. Who am I? But she was like really just putting her everything into it. I'm like, granted, I had sweatpants on. I got probably a little too much padding maybe. And then Empress Jordan comes over. She was being a little more gentle, more nice until the end. Now, if you watch this video only on patreon.com/people talking, that is where we'll live. I put it up publicly on YouTube for a minute, and I thought against it. Again, I said I am secure in my masculinity and my manhood. However, there's some things y'all just gonna have to pay for. Because I can't. I show y'all a lot. I do a lot of editing and share things, but and I'm telling you what it is now. And I wasn't mad at it, I'm not gonna say I really care to. It's not something that's gonna be in my wheelhouse. Like, oh, I can't wait to get flogged this weekend. It's not what I really care for. Flog is feels like such a derogatory term. Like if you know the background of that word, that feels like bad. But anywho, it wasn't that bad, man. It wasn't that bad. It actually felt kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will say after walking away, there was kind of just a lingering sensation, which is that was a little off-putting a little bit, but it was cool, man. It was all right. It was cool until sometimes they slip up and hit the side of your stomach, and I was like, ooh, that stung a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I felt that one. So I mean, I guess you got to be a trained professional to do these things. Speaking of trained professionals, I also in that same area the day before talked to these women that were the DMV Glory Hole girls. You heard me correctly. If you know what a glory hole is, there we go. I don't even feel like explaining it to you. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Look it up. You got Google. It is there. It does exist. So the glory hole girls, I didn't edit that video yet. That might be out this week. Check YouTube because a lot of those videos are gonna be on live on YouTube, Instagram. I'm a pussy right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I can't do. That's why you got some blurred videos. It says full uncensored video. Uncensored don't mean we ain't this ain't girls going wild. We ain't showing no titties like that, but just not blurry like I put it up. Like it's uncensored. It's there for you. I spent over 15 minutes with Avery Jane and probably another 10 minutes with Tae'ler and 5 minutes or 10 minutes. These interviews are actually pretty longer. I think because I got more comfortable and they're comfortable with me. But go to YouTube, go to link is in the bio. Go to the website. Like click on that little 3-prong thing of everything. Blah blah blah. Creators, Patreon. Shop. Whatever you want to do, it's right there. Find it. That's where that's gonna live for the time being. So I'm trying to figure out what I can put on Instagram, and we'll figure that out. But yeah, man, it was a cool little moment, man. I ain't gonna lie. There was I almost fucked up. There was a little person, and somebody did call this person the M word, and it just I don't know. I think we just get to a certain age, some things just sound wrong, even though you knew it was wrong for a long time. It's like sagging my pants. It's like, I know y'all stop sagging your pants, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Like you mature, and then you're just like, all right, I'm gonna just I pull these things up, and yeah, the M word that rhymes with fidget. Yeah, man, I'm cool. There was one guy that said he just said that out loud. I'm like there was another little person watching the little person on stage. Like, let it let them live. They shouldn't be. And I think that's why I like these places too, because a lot of it is just letting people live, and it's not shaming anything. Speaking of shaming, there was this one pretty attractive. How she might have been 40 in her 40s. Pretty attractive lady. There's a seesaw there, with the dick attached to both sides. Not a real dick. Just a mold of a penis as the handle on both sides. Now, like I said, I'm comfortable. I know it's not a real dick. I don't feel like it's fun and games. I laugh. So my female friend on one side and me on the other side. I'm like, fuck it, let's get on, get seesaw and shit. Holding this dick, holding this plastic dick. So, and she's bigger than me, like just sturdier than me. I'm skinny fat, but she had them thighs, and I was swinging my feet up in the air like Kevin Hart, and I'm like, I'm not gonna front you. You got this. I ain't gonna try to beat you. Like, let me down. So, and then this 40-year-old fine woman came over or whatever and was like, just, and that's why I think she's 40, because like that mentality is like talking shit like, are you just gonna let her do that to you? I'm like, you're not gonna make me feel bad about none of it. I'm cool. Listen, I get my share of vagina. I'm not no punk bitch. So it's all good. Like, you're not gonna make me feel away. That's why like it's very subtle things that I feel like men hear sometimes, men and like from men and women alike. I'm just like, okay, I know what time I see what time you're on. And that'd be a turn off for me, man, sometimes. Like there's one person, I don't know if I should say her name. I'm not gonna say her name. I'll be nice. There's one porn star, and she's been there. I saw her in Jersey too. She just gives me like an attitude, man. Like I said, maybe it's just me judging by his cover, but she just gives me an attitude. And I'm like, man, why? Some women just be stank, as my friend Katie would say.
Fire.
Some women just be stank, and I just feel like she gave me that stank attitude, and it turned me off. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm cool. I don't need to talk to you. So that's why I appreciate, again, I say these names, and like I swear I'm not clit riding or nothing like that. I just really enjoy people that have a good sensibility and a good head on their shoulders. And like I said, Tae'ler, I really respect her hustle. She really be grinding out here. She's from Detroit. I mean, I guess it's just a blowing money fast crew. And September, she's always shown me love. I found out that she lives in Vegas. I'm gonna have to try to pull up on her out there, and she'll probably be the first one to come here at it. I feel like, cause she's real. She's a sweetheart. And Avery she's a young tenderoni, 28 years old. I talked to more people. These are the 3 people that I've been focusing on. Going back to the Glory Hole people, Glory Hole girls. There was like a little kerfuffle right beforehand. Didn't get that on camera, didn't record that. I just put my mic down. I'm like, oh, just seemed serious. So, so it was just a lot of different walks of life. But I appreciate them breaking it down. I'm like I said, YouTube. I'm put that up there. And them breaking down what glory hole stuff is all about, and really just nailed is not the right word, but they really, really shared the world of what they do, and that's all I'm saying about that. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That's what it is. What else happened? Stayed at the hotel. Hotel was chill. Got some food at the bar. The bar was lit for no reason the day before. People was out there drinking. I will say Virginia, there's not a lot going on in there. Because it's, like I said, it wasn't DC, it's Virginia. There's not a lot happening. It's just like empty spaces. They had some PS5s, and I might be snitching right now. They had some PS5s. Y'all know how hard it is to get PS5s. They had some PS5s in the Target in that area, and I'm almost mad I didn't buy one. Not to say I needed to buy one because money is tight. I spent money just doing this, but that is almost a sound investment. You could flip that shit tonight. Like, it is hard to find. People are hard pressed to find a PS5, especially for Christmas. What? So low key kicking myself. I wasn't frontal thinking. My I should have did that. But so if you're out there, they out there. What else? Listen. Like I said, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna keep doing the show. That's not gonna change. I thought about the idea of doing it twice a week. That would be wonderful. That'd be swell. I think I would need to have some more clientele for that. I think I would have to have more time and motivation and accommodations and just scheduling to even get that done, because right now it's gonna be every Tuesday. People talking podcast Tuesday. They ain't never gonna change. We're gonna keep going and can't stop, won't stop, and all that stuff. But it's gonna. I hate to grow up, man, but that's that's what it's starting to feel like. It's like I see my calling. I'm getting something that I wanted to do. I've been wanting to edit for people. I've been wanting to consult for people. Thank you. I'll shout you out. Shout out to Tamara. Thank you for actually being one of the first people to hire me. Hire me? Yeah, we'll say hire me to be a consultant, basically, and share my knowledge and I've been doing this thing for about 5 years, and I don't know everything. I'm not gonna ever be that self-centered. Oh yeah, we had Thanksgiving. That happened. That thing happened. I almost forget that Christmas is coming up sometimes because I just once after Thanksgiving, I just be ready for January, because everything is busy, everything is packed outside, everything is just moving along so fast, and I'm just like, I just want calm and peace again, So like, Christmas is cool. Christmas, I guess, Christmas is good for family. More importantly, it's good for the kids. If you ain't got no kids, or you ain't around a bunch of little kids, you don't really, I don't think you feel the same joy. It's always nice to give. I think we've surpassed that a while ago. Like, giving definitely feels better than receiving, probably in your mid-20s. And, me and my dad had I be sounding so serious. My dad, we had a good conversation. I actually had some good time, with all my family, seeing them and talking. And it's so funny. I think the day before we had this talk, the day before we had this talk, I got a shirt made a long time ago from my plug, and because they just be having the things ready for me. Shout out to collage.com. Rest in peace to collage.com, because that was a bid. I think they shut down, and they was really, 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 really holding people down. Like, I enjoyed their work and their quality. So I got this shirt, and it was like it's kind of like the new logo, well, not the new logo for the podcast, but one of the logos I was playing with, and I was doing like a little silhouette of this old like baby picture of me, basically, or not baby picture, but like I might have been like 5, who knows. And I'm on the stoop, sitting there, stoop kid type shit, and I get all Archie and Farchie, whatever, before all this very much government approved variant pictures going on right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about, with people's faces being all different, whatever, and smooth and like cartoony and stuff like that. They got y'all. They got y'all. That's all that stuff just oozes of self-recognition, technology, and just ways to like I'm cool, Not to say that I'm sure I've done stupider things, but that's something that just seems so blatant. I'm like, y'all can have that. So I got this shirt, has like my artsy fartsy way of my face on my shirt. I had it for mad long. I'm gonna wear it for Thanksgiving. I'm seeing family. They know what it is. It's go to B12 all day, and my dad, raised me. I don't know if he recognized recognized the picture the same as my family did. However, that's not even the thing. The thing I'm trying to get to is that like even after wearing all that, and it's funny because next day having talks about relationships and conversation, whatever, and he's like, and we had a few drinks, whatever. So I mean, maybe this had a little bit of liquid courage to do with it, but he's like, you got a problem, like you one of your problems, you self-centered, and I'm like, you're not all the way wrong. I hate to admit that you're not all the way wrong. It's something that I'm in between working on and being comfortable with. If that makes any sense. I know who I am. I really do enjoy, who I am. And if I'm self-centered, yeah, clearly I love who I am. But it could get in the way. It could get away in the future. And my dad is a realist, and I am not. I am a futurist. I'm a Pisces. I'm an artistic, creative flow of energy. That's just kind of how it is. I see optimism where he sees pessimism. So. But this is why I like our conversation, because like it just makes me think about different things in a different way. But speaking on that I mean it got me just thinking about way different things. But speaking on that, before I wrap this podcast, like I said, I'm only gonna be here for an hour, something to change. It's the Christmas time, man. It's Christmas spirit. In the Christmas spirit, I've been sharing so much for y'all all this time. I'm not even asking nothing, from y'all, for real. Just I want y'all to be good people. That's number one. But also, man, interact. Let's have fun. If you like, I think I wanna have like a truth to truth session, basically. Like, if you have any questions for me, anybody that I could get in contact with, potentially, ask them, and I'll do my best to answer them honestly. I feel like that would be enough to give to the world. Like I said, giving feels better than receiving. But if you guys listen to this podcast and have some questions, some burning desires, shout out to JP, shout out to Amber, some diehard people, shout out to Kill. Shout out to everybody that has followed the new Instagram, the People Talking Pod, no cast, because again, Instagram. Shout out to the new friends of the show, Olivia. Shout out to Jasmine, and shout out to everybody that likes and comments and subscribes and all those things. I really do appreciate every little bit of it. I check everything you guys do. I see everything you do. I see. I really be looking at stuff. Shout out to Gregory. I saw that follow. I don't know if it was a mistake. I don't know if you're curious. I'll say that word just to be nice, or whatever it is. But you are welcome. This is a safe space. So, but share your thoughts. If you have anything any feedback you want to give, or any questions that you want to feel answer, want me to answer. I'm gonna do my best to answer that for you. That'll be my Christmas thing. And I'll probably start each episode like that going into the holidays. Speaking of, I don't know. Today is December 6th. Gonna have an episode next week. That'll be the 13th. And then we'll have the 20th. The 20th will, maybe I'll do a new episode of the 20th, but maybe, because, listen, and shout out to Mandy, shout out to Full Court Pumps. I think she's still Full Court Pumps on Instagram. But shout out to Mandy of Horrible Decisions podcast, which is thriving as always, and See the Thing Is podcast with Bridget. I enjoyed her saying that, like, hey, guys, it's new podcasters. It's okay. Your numbers are dwindling right now. That's what happens. It's December. It's Christmas time. People are outside. People are buying things. People are spending time with family. They not going to be, they may not be at the office like they are and, listen to the podcast. They may not be driving, or maybe they can't even listen to the podcast that you provide because they're with their family and, everybody listens to different things and, can't really be talking about all that filth on filth all the time. So, and that's why people take holidays and take breaks as podcasters. You have some evergreen episodes, that people already did before because, things are kind of low. Like me, Shelly, India, we killed that Black Panther and all that stuff. But, and that's why I broke it up because I'm like, I already feel the vibes. As wonderful as and that's why I appreciate her saying that, because there was a time probably like in the first year or two where it was like, yo, man, I'm putting out this great fire content. It's not getting the same, amount of viewership as it did when it was October, or whatever the case is. And that's because of the season changes, man. I mean, people go back, and what surprises me, that actually may be a quiz question. I want to ask the audience, what do you think the top 5 episodes of this podcast is? Only I see those numbers. So, I got a lot of ideas, man. But like I said, things are going to be changing a little bit. I'm still going to be me. It's still going to be, TPTP. However that shows up. I'm really not trying to get flagged again. I really don't. I really feel like a pussy, man. I hate that I feel like a pussy with Instagram right now, because I see people that went to the same show I went to, and they are putting up those content and posting it. And again, maybe shout out to my friend. She was like, if they are used to a certain kind of content, they'll be fine with it. And I'm like, yeah, I talk this porn shit, but I don't do it all the time. It's not gonna be my thing. Not even so much to make a whole new page. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, and fuck, I can't even say fuck Honey Girl because I don't know who did it. But we was in Virginia, and I pulled up into this plaza, and you pull up into the parking lot, whatever, you park. In the middle of this parking lot, and maybe it was up because it was Sunday, there was like an arm, like you got to pay for parking. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? Capitalist ass country, you got to pay to park here? And it said like 3 hours on the line. I'm like, yo, I got to pay to get some fast food? I got to pay to get some fast food. Like, I got to pay to park? This is crazy. Like, I'm parking my ass on the street. This is wild. Crazy country, man. And a beautiful country at the same time. Like, I really did enjoy that scenic route. As much as it took me a little bit longer driving, I enjoyed that scenic route. Now, I didn't get to a lot of fresh topics. I'm trying to think what I could be missing that I care about. 'Cause that's really the question I care about. I don't care nothing about Kanye. And I know people be upset like, oh, I can't listen to Kanye no more. He doing his wild shit. He a Nazi now and whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the vibe is with Kanye. But I also don't know the vibe with y'all. It is so easy to tune people out. And maybe that just deals with my self-centeredness. I don't know. But it's so easy to tune people out, dog. Like, it really is. It really is. And that's, that's why music is kind of cheapening now, because people just they put it out in droves and drop 50 songs a day, and then you forget about it tomorrow. That's why I live with what I live with. The music I play, I own. By one mean or another, I own my music, and that's the thing is like I have enough, Kanye. I have enough. I have College Dropout, Late Registration, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, 808s, Graduation. I had the Lucy's with the Good Fridays that I love and still enjoy, and all these. And with all this, there probably might have been some kind of controversy about something because Kanye's Kanye. I don't remember all that shit. I just music for me. It's music for me. Now when the music is trash and there's some other shit going on around it, like Ye, I still love Ghost Town. That's one of those songs that is still gonna resonate, but it's the art, man. It's the art, and I know people have a hard time separating the art from the artist. Not me. Not I. OJ Simpson is a great football player. It's like I'm playing. He killed those people. Allegedly, maybe. So, yeah, no, I mean, I don't care, dog. I really don't care. I do like the fact that LeBron stepped out, and as much as we was killing him for capping all the time, like, oh yeah, I was there when, the Migos just started. Yeah, I was there with, I was right along with him. I was like, these new guys, you got to watch and wait to see. He wasn't there, LeBron. I'm not mad at him jumping out there like, yo, y'all ask me all these questions about all these things, Kyrie this and Kyrie that. How you feel, LeBron? What you take on this? How you feel about this? That's your man. You still like him? You still rock with him? Jerry Jones, quiet as shit. Ain't nobody asking you nothing about no Jerry Jones. And I mean, listen, black people. The majority of black people, we already know the play, dog. We already know what's up. We know what the world is. We know who run this, And see how quick you get in trouble today because you can't say little shit. We already know what the world is, man. Not to say that it can't ever change, but we know what we're up against. We know why. Like LeBron, even LeBron, he knew that was shade. He's like, I don't want you to answer it because I know what it is. I don't want you to answer the question. I'm just curious why you didn't ask me all about this. You ain't ask me about the Jerry Jones situation. Ain't ask me about the photo. And I what's my man's name? Tip of my tongue. He's on ESPN. He's a commentator. I feel like he played for Duke. Can't remember his name. Somebody in the comments let me know. But he was as corny as he could be sometimes. He was just like, yo, you need to just denounce racism, dog, and get it over with. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Like people are kids. People have done some fucked up shit, and I do appreciate Stephen A. Even though some people may say he's sticking up for Jerry Jones, is like, y'all don't want to dig up y'all old shit. Like none of us, black, white, woman, male, y'all don't want us to dig up nothing. Like as a kid, because who knows where you was at when you was 14, 13, 12, doing wild shit. I told y'all the other week I was slapping this girl's ass and it was a 7th grade. That's a form of harassment. Everybody got skeletons in the closet. So I mean, I understand that part. Again, the picture, I guess we got away quickly that it wasn't Photoshop because I guess he admitted to it. But it I guess he said he was curious, but like when I look at him, like I don't. That's the logical mind of how I think. Some people just jump out the window and be like, "Oh, cancel him, get him the fuck up out of here. He on that bullshit. He ain't riding with us. He ain't invited to the cookout no more." All that, but I see the picture, and not to say that they're wrong. They could be absolutely right. He could be this terrible racist motherfucker, but from the picture, just like can't really tell what's going on. He's there. It's 1950s. Who else would he be with? He's over there. He could have been. It didn't look like he was helping. But he wasn't. He didn't have a scowl. He wasn't like And this is not caping for anybody. It's just the facts. It's like he was just there. And that's the bigger problem I have with a lot of people today. Is people just be so blinded by outrage. That's the perfect way to say it. Just people just be so blinded by outrage. Don't even think about. Some people don't even see the photo. Just heard about it. And I'm not even talking about him. Just like some people don't even see the issue. They just hear about it and go with what they heard, and just keep on walking along, ignorant to the day. They know they just hurt somebody's family or whatever the case is, because they heard some shit. Some people do get canceled though, because I ain't hear from Terry Crews in a minute. I don't know where he at. I ain't hear nothing from Terry Crews in a minute. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm sad about that one, but like Jesus Christ, you can't do nothing out here no more. You can't think freely. You can't think about You can't think in the opposite. You can't even flesh it out. You can't brainstorm or not. You better either get down and lay down, pick a side, choose. And it's just not the way I like to live. I like to, and I know that sometimes you can feel like you're in the gray, and that could be wishy-washy to some people, but things ain't that black and white, man. As much as I love to make things black and white, like I just want it to be one way, but it's not. It's not. It is so many different intangibles to things in this life, and this is when I'm gonna have to try to reel it back, because I can now this gear that I just kicked in right now. I could be talking to you for another 2 hours because I got a lot of philosophical things in my head right now. But please, guys, take care. Enjoy the holiday season. Don't spend all your money, because none of that shit really means shit. Time means everything. Time is a hot commodity that you ain't gonna get back. Spend time. And Mom, if you listen to this right now, I want to spend time with you for New Year's. I think that should be the way to do this. If you are going to leave your only son, no, I'm just joking. My mom is moving, potentially, so it'll be nice to spend some time with you before you leave. We'll see each other before that for sure, but just a thought. So yeah, on that note, guys, you get back to me with those questions. I am so excited for next week with Che Guerrero and Melinda. Melinda is already prepping me. She's like, yo, we're going to have to talk about this. Or we might talk about that. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Once I get my agenda down, I'll send to you. We're going to be prepared for this. We're going to fuck this shit up. We're going to have a good time and laugh. And all that stuff. Because we need laughter is healing. We need to laugh all this life away. And it's just fun, man. It's been a minute since I talked to you guys. I forget how much I need it sometimes. Like I've had a long week. I've had a very fulfilling weekend. Work is work, but that's just how that is. But it's been a very fulfilling weekend, and I know some people could look at me like, "Ew, that fulfilled you?" It's like, yeah, yeah, man. Having off, getting things done. Getting this editor position is a blessing that really just like nothing else matters right now for me. That just felt good. And then just getting into gear. Like I was doing that work, half of that work at the hotel. I'm just like, gotta wake up, get the donuts, start, it just that sense of feel, a sense of worthiness, or a sense of I'm trying to think of the right word, of value is nice. It's nice to be recognized. I appreciate the love that I get here, but it is nice to be recognized outside and get some credits some production credits, things like that. Put some things on my resume. You know, make it less of a hobby. Let's say that. And on that note, guys, like I said, I'm not trying to do nothing too crazy. Got a lot of things in store. Ready for the new year. Yeah, tell me your New Year plans too. Maybe you could call in too. I'm gonna figure that out too. Yeah, I'm terrible at saying goodbye because I really this is nice. It's peaceful. This was nice. This was good. I don't think I cursed that much. I might have cursed like 5 times. I need a curse counter. You know, swear counter. Why can't we say curse? Why is it swear? So many things. Exotic people that I saw, that I met, love y'all. Maybe we shall see each other again next year. And the People Talking Podcast fans, Patreon.com, YouTube, Twitter. Holla at Reese because she be running that thing for the most part. I chime in every now and then, but it be there, it be here. So yeah, go in there and do that thing there. All right. I don't know what voice that is, but yeah, time to go to bed. All right, guys. Blow. Did I even hold on? Wait a minute. Did I even do my AKAs? Hey yo, it's your man, my Styles, aka Styles, baby. Look, it came out to Merlot Styles, my bad. Quarantine, sometimes Styles. I like Blow, fallback. You know that one time pressure Styles, one side. Sock Daddy, audio Styles. You know I kept them damn files. You know what it is. I hate babies. Gotta change that. So, and this has been episode 230. All right, guys. Now, Blow.